Days after I delivered my daughter, I woke up with the worst headache I'd ever had in my life. And I've had migraines for years. I developed migraines in my early 20s while I was in the military, actually. And so I knew what a migraine felt like. I was very accustomed to migraines, but this was different. This was like an elephant sitting on my head. And I woke up with this pain, and it continued throughout the day. It progressively got worse. And other things started happening. My vision started to diminish. Um, my speech began to be different. Other things that I knew was not normal. Um, However, at 27 years old, I was so ignorant to the signs and symptoms of stroke. I never associated anything that I was experiencing to possibly having a stroke. I continued to go about my day, prioritizing what needed to be done over my own health, thinking in my mind, okay, this needs to be done. The kids need to get ready for school. So let me get them dressed and ready for my husband to take them to school that morning, even though I had this massive headache. And he got them out the door with him on his way to work. And then I went back to bed crying with a headache. Throughout the day, it progressively got worse. My mother was visiting because I just had the baby.
Right.
She kind of encouraged me to go to the emergency room, but I didn't want to go to the ER with a baby. So I went to an urgent care center, and I learned that day that you can't see another doctor for 6 weeks after you have a baby. You're under that OB doctor's care. Another doctor will not touch you. And so they refused to treat me. They called the OB doctor and advised them that my blood pressure was sky high, what it was, and that I was complaining of a headache. And my OB doctor told them, well, she has a history of migraines, and so give her something for pain. And she developed preeclampsia during the pregnancy. So, just give her something for pain and send her home. And I remember those 3 words, send her home, for years, because it kind of rang in my head like almost like someone getting attacked. Because to me, it was almost like a death sentence. It was a send her home to die, because essentially that's what it was. And I left there in more pain than I went there in. And I can just remember feeling like no one was going to help me, that I was going to have to figure this out on my own. That evening, my husband got home from work, and I remember him saying, in almost like a kind of, disgusted type of tone, like, is this the same headache from this morning? And I said, yes. And he's like, let's go. And he took me to Norfolk General Hospital.